Inside the home our parents once shared is a stairwell. Inside the stairwell is a portrait. Inside the portrait is our family. My mother is sat, back straight, clad in her double wrapper and red blouse. Gele sits on her head like a crown. Left hand is perched on her thigh, ring finger gleaming into the frame. Our father is next to her. His grin is wide. My siblings, a halo around me. This photograph is perfection. I recall how we would alternate days between play wrestling and our mother's screams leaking through the keyhole of our parents' bedroom. As children, we learned very quickly to choose pain over disgrace, so my brother would throw his comic book to the side, muzzle my mouth shut as the words, "Leave my mommy alone," would eat through the spaces between his fingers. They said our parents were going through a midlife crisis, but nobody told us that we would be left in a bloodbath. And 25 years later, inside the same home our parents once shared, this portrait still lines the stairwell where I once saw my mother rolling down like tumbleweed. The memory of our echoing living room betraying my 8-year-old voice still refuses to leave me. My brothers and I exchange childhood stories like we were war veterans, and I knew what it was to be on the front lines before I got my first training bra. The women in our family became masterful at swallowing pain and chose to keep smiling photographs instead. I wish they had known that neither their piety nor a portrait could save a family. At the dinner table, I ask our mother why she never took the portrait down. And she tells me in our language, "Eyai boke meyomedepki song," so they don't say I was impregnated by the ground. Yeah, we're done. We could do another one. The women in my sister circle stage an intervention. One after each other, they take the stand. A trifecta of tenderness tethered to the thought that I deserve better. Testifying of the light in me that I refuse to embrace. This is not an indictment. They say I need to learn how to be loved. That my mouth spits desires, but my body refuses to wrap itself around it. I have pushed love so far away that even hope becomes a trigger warning. These women know that I hold my resilience like excess baggage. Adorn my scars like medals of honor. There is a hunch on my back, and even the keloids have become second skin. This itch is evidence that I have never known a life without discomfort. Dragging these ankles beneath all this weight, ligaments wearing out, I am guilty on all charges. I don't know how to tell them that when you have been a burden for so long, you give away all of yourself, asking for nothing in return. This is the only way you know how to be useful. You love others instead because loving yourself feels like a waste of time. I don't know how to tell them that the only love I have ever seen was sacrificial, and there were no guarantees that it will keep you warm at night. You see, girls like me have to pay our way to be loved because nothing goes for free when you come with baggage and trauma and extra skin. It is too much for anybody to take. And this is how self-sufficiency became a survival mechanism. I have always known that everything good will come to an end, and stowed away in the back of my cerebrum is this giant broth of resentment that nothing and no one will stay. So I find ways to strangle everyone with kindness, even when I am the one dying. And when the room becomes syrupy with all of my fear, these women pour more wine, more gin, more of anything hard enough to steady my quivering heart. They empty bottles in libation to my life sentencing of collecting unwavering love. Demand of me to reimagine a life where perseverance isn't thawing in my throat. They remind me that in my mother's language, the translation for courage is to hold my heart in my hand, soaking wet, bloodied, bruised, and battered. They say I wasn't always this scared thing with scales and spikes on my skin. So instead of resilience, they ask me to make a masterpiece of joy. They say, don't look back. Leave the baggage at the door where it belongs. These women in my sister circle prop up my spine, piece together all my rupturing bones, and command me to move. He touches you with the lights on, grazes his hand over the ridges on your thigh, pats them till they ripple like pebbles on a riverbed, wants to see every part of you when you aren't hiding, watch you unzip your strength, unabashed, become louder, less demure, less decorous. Legs unhinged, arms flailing, flying. How you spread joy in the ways you laugh. You gasp in worship. His breath is stained with your name. Calls it loud in his sleep. Searching your body for any kind of meaning. Lips holding fire to keep you warm. Makes you dizzy. Is not afraid of desire and lust. Trembling over you, tells you how the room holds the air when you are there. He loves you when you are soft and vulnerable and afraid and drowning and crumbling. Says he'll never leave or fold into a ghost or become your father. He loves you even on the days you are doused in anger and bitterness and confusion. He is searching for a name for this thing you are, this alchemy you both created. There are sparks everywhere, and this love is electrifying. Some days, you type messages on your phone and delete, and retype, and delete, and delete. Your voice is lathered in apologies. You say, sorry to bother you. Let me know if you want me to leave. Let me know if you want to leave. Let me know if you need your space. You hate surprises, but you love him. And the fear weighs so heavy against your teeth, pushing back your tongue, so you say, I miss you instead. He makes everything come alive. Wants to be tender with you, a baby reborn. Slather you in happiness, tickles you with laughter on his fingertips. He loves you with the lights on, claims you with a smile in a full room, catches your steps with his eyes, says you are easy to love even when you are hard. Stop running now. He steadies your heart, clutches onto this body you have failed at taming, that's always searching for a new apartment. Says he'll never leave or fold into a ghost or be your father. He loves you. The lights on. When the pain gets too heavy, open your mouth and spit it out. Listen. When the pain gets too heavy, open your mouth and spit it out. You must never chew. You must never swallow. Nobody will come for you when you are writhing in pain from a belly swollen with anguish. Nobody will come for you when you silently scream in a stillbirth. My dear, there is no consolation for long suffering. I wish somebody would have told me earlier. So remember that when the pain gets too heavy, open your mouth and spit it out.
Five, six, seven, go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take me back. Take me back to sucking sweet nectar from ixora flowers, to sand and weed and banana leaves cooked in discarded milk tins. Take me back. Take me back to flicking bottle tops into origami goalposts, to rolling tires, jumping trees and scaling fences. Take me back. Take me back to sprinkling salt on wriggling worms, to muddy puddles and spinning rain. Take me back. Take me back to police and thief, Suwe and Tenten, to patting our hands in choreography till they turn sore. Take me back. Take me back to Wall's ice cream and Mr. Biggs after Sunday Mass, to playing in Mummy's red lipstick and shaving an eyebrow by mistake. Take me back. Take me back to sparklers and fireworks at Christmas, to 6-hour braids and fried meat soaking air. Take me back. Take me back to Vaseline-coated lips, spaghetti straps and cargo shorts, to taking the longer road so the boy at number 7 could watch me from his balcony. Take me back. Take me back to winding my legs to the butterfly and shabarangs on the radio. Take me back to Maxwell cassettes and Tony Braxton pixie cuts. Take me back. Take me back. Take me all the way back.
One, two.